today. From Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. It's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First carry now for David Montgomery. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
Montgomery, the ball carrier.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down now. Clay. The last 3 plays have resulted in gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards here. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
That's caught by Montgomery. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do now. The key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them.
Falcons, nothing. Jason Myers set to get.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Devin White on the tackle.
The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 21 carries, 93 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
3rd and inches.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He's call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll move the chains.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
It's a gain of 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
At the 43-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. This one caught by Ridley.
Breeze pass.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
It's a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Was looking for Ridley again, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Breeze. And he's going to go down again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
36-yard line.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Behind the line of
A
scrimmage.
loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
It certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there.
It's a gain of 6.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
Breeze pass.
A gain of 6 there on first. Breeze, one of the best ever in these situations as he's trying to get his guys set. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42. Again, it's Breeze.
Nice job there of utilizing.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now Breeze on third down. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up fourth down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. To the right side and complete to Hurst. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Here's Breeze to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. He's got it. And the Falcons are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Breeze to throw again. His pass caught at the 4.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this off. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
29-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right down Broadway. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points.
Come on, baby, we got to do our job. We got to do our job.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. fielded right around the 8. So we've hit half. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter.
Buccaneers 7. Jason.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Falcons take over 1st and 10.
The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football.
The pass. Fumble on the play.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Well, the second down throw on target, and he'll get it down here to the 43. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
While sometimes it doesn't appear like much, the out route can be very dangerous when you throw it to a guy like Julio Jones. If you try and undercut it, it can turn into a big play. But the reason he's able to get it so often is because of the big...
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Final minute now of the third quarter. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. 3 yards on the pickup there. They've got it back to 3rd and 10. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Rosen's pass to the sideline.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Gurley with a carry on first down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Breeze going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8.
Yards to go.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley.
Todd Gurley, the ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Falcons.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. The slant to Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones
Atlanta.
with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Dante Fowler make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Mike Edwards picks it off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Todd Gurley.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Here's Gurley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. His longest run of the game right there, and a pretty good time for it. A huge third down conversion late.
Love the mindset. Love the way he flipped the switch late in the game, needed a big run, and helped produce it with great leverage from the offensive line. But you also know what happens, too. The defense stacks the line. So if you can break through that first barrier, there's usually plenty of room to run.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup,